Ja. Okay, kyk gou-gou, ek sal weer telefoon. Right, so at A, remember we first had to factorize. Kyk gou like daai ene nê. Hy is die een wat die volstrooiste wees en hy is baie vol dinge oor wat se soort rask dit is. Maar kyk nou gou, nee, jy moet los aan vir alles. Okay, so we first factorize x and then x minus 2, and then you'll see that these two cancel out, right? So I'm left with x minus 2. Now once we have factorized everything and simplified as far as we can go, now we go substitute in what x is. Now x strives towards 0, so we make this one 0, and 0 minus 2 means that it would be equal to minus 2. Just have a look that over here, I now don't have limit anymore. Nee, dis net gewone minus 2. Can I skip? Okay, at C, same thing. I first had to go and factorize at the top. So that was a trinomial. So x minus 2 and x plus 4. Then you'll see that these two cancel out. So I'm just left with x plus 4. I'm going to substitute in if x is 2, which means that my limit will be equal to 6. Again, nothing written in front there. Yes. So you went from here, from there to the 6. Write that extra step in between. You'll see just now that this was just the intro. No? After this, we're now going to do derivative according to first principles. So it's basically the same steps, no? And then they're very specific. That counts like 6 marks. So then they want every single step. Okay. Can I skip? Right, at E. E was al klaar lekker gefaktoriseer, vereenvoudig, al daai dingetjies, né? So daar was nie ekstra werk daar nie. So we can go directly to substituting in. Now, if S strives to minus 2, and I substitute that in here, it would be minus 2 plus 2, and it gives my 0. Nee, and that means that this limit does not exist. Okay, I kan nie bestaan nie. You guys good with that? Okay, en dan die laaste enetjie. Hopelijk net soos vir julle het hierdie S'e my totaal en al die mekaar gemaak, né? So the top part is a trinomial, so that's 2S minus 5 and then S plus 1. Want 'n S en 'n 5 lyk vir my presies dieselfde. At the bottom, I took out a common factor of S, so I have 2S minus 5, and now you will see that these two cancel out. So dat ek S plus 1 op S, en nou gaan stel ek in. If S is 3, it would be 3 plus 1, so 4 over 3. Is julle reg? Any questions? Okay. Yes. Yeah.
When you have to put the limit there,
Yeah.
you have to write limit, or could you just write S?
No, you have to write limit.
Just write all of them.
That whole thing, yes. In end of the year, no? If the kids leave that out, they lose a mark.
No, ma'am, I mean, like, could you, for example, leave out the
No,
limit and-
you want to just write this.
Yeah.
You lose a mark. You have to write that whole thing. Okay, right. Everyone fine?
You're stopping with the disturbance.
Okay. Can I skip? Is anyone still copying here? Skryf jy nog, okay? The rest of you can write at the top derivative. Afrikaanse mense afgeleide. As jy wou gekyk het, maar ek dink julle gaan ek gaan nie vreeslik nou volgens die handboek werk nie. Wel? Hallo. Okay, goed. I'm skipping.
My set is made out of pure chocolate.
Okay, now people, ek gaan nou baie verkeerd wees, nee? Ek gaan eers vir jou die kort pad wys. Usually we do it the other way around, nee? We first show you the long method and then the shortcut, nee? But in this case, I'm going to show you the shortcut first so that you would be able to go and test whether your answer is correct when you do that long thing. Okay, right. So, when they ask you for derivative, nee? Ons kry ons formules in die vorm y is gelyk aan ax tot die mag n, né? Now, when we want derivative, how do they show me or ask me that? There's a few different ways in which they can talk about it. They either say dx over, dy over dx, dy over dx. Now that means derivative. Derivative, yes. Okay, so as jy daai dy op dx sien, dan weet jy hulle bedoel eintlik afgeleide, né? Nee? Hulle kan ook praat as hulle vir my gee fx, né? Nee? Then the derivative would be shown like this. F en dan 'n klein kappietjie x. Okay, so that's a different way of asking for it. Okay, hulle kan ook vir jou daai hakkie dx, ek wil nou net gou dit ook vir jou gee. They can also talk about I can also show it like this. Dx, d, and then at the bottom a small x. So, derivative of, en dan gee hulle vir jou sê net maar x kwadraat minus x minus 12. Nee, dit is hier nie, in die handboek is dit hier na, ek dink is na oefening 3. Kyk gou bladsy 150, maar jy sal sien hulle gee nie. Daar sê, dit kom ek gesê het, ek werk nie so baie volgens die handboek nie, want dit is baie simpel uiteengesit in die handboek. Maar wat ons gaan doen is op daai van 150 eventually. Ek gee nou net gou eers vir al die verskillende maniere hoe hulle om vir jou kan gee. Okay, so when they talk about derivative, they can ask it like that, dy over dx, or they ask it like this, f and that little comma x, or they can give it to you like that. Nee, dit is al die verskillende maniere hoe hulle vir jou, hulle sê dit nie vir jou in woorde nie, they just say that, and then you must know, okay, I must get derivative. Ek moet afgeleide gaan kry. Okay, nou, hoe werk afgeleide? Nee, kan ek maar skip hierso? Is anyone still? Okay, wat vinnig. Kom ek skryf hom, miskien sommer gou in die onderkant. Okay, so as ek nou van daar af gaan werk, nee, dan gaan dit wees, kan ek maar praat? Nee, ek wil dit op 'n nuwe bladsy, dat julle nie kan die mekaar raak nie. Hands up, you're still copying. Okay, so in plaas van x en n en so, ek gaan werk met gewone getalletjies, né? So, as ek vir jou gee, y is gelyk aan 2x, kom ons maak dit tot die mag 3. Okay, so how derivative works, first things first, I'm going to say dy over dx. Dis wat jy moet gaan uitwerk. So now I know, okay, I need to get derivative, né? Okay, so what we do, en ek gaan nou maar hier krap, I take that exponent, en ek sal nou weer daaroor praat, but we always want it to be in this format, where we have a, and then x, and then to the power of n. Okay, so if it's in the form of a fraction, ek gaan nou kom by daai voorbeelde ook, né? But let's say it was in the form of a fraction or any other in the form of a root. Hallo, kom in. Dan moet jy dit net gou eers vir my gaan verander sodat dit in hierdie formaat is before you can go get derivative. Okay. Right. Now, that exponent I am going to multiply. Kan jy hom sien? Oh nee, julle kan nie. Kom ek skryf nou 'n bietjie onder toe. I'm going to multiply with the coefficient of x. Okay? Okay. En dan minus 1 om die eksponent te kry. Okay, so let's quickly do that. So we said the exponent, I'm going to multiply that with a 2. So 2 times 3 will give me 6. The x stays, but the exponent of the x will now not be 3 anymore because over here I said and then minus 1 from that exponent. So this will now become 2. No? You guys good? Easy enough. So we take the exponent, multiply it with coefficient, and then minus 1 to get the new exponent. Is julle reg? Kom ons probeer gou nog eenetjie. Right. Nee, kom ons maak dit minus 2. Okay, so if I get derivative, dy over dx will then be, okay, nou, wat staan eintlik voor hierdie x? A 1. Okay, so I've got to take the minus 2, multiply it with a 1, so that's going to give me minus 2x, en hy gaan raak to the power, ek moet minus 1, daai was minus 2, minus 1, so hy gaan raak minus 3. You guys good? Ons het dit nou net gedoen, hoor. Jy het ons ingestap toe ek besig was met daai bondsede. Okay, good. So jy het niks gemis nie. Ja. Oh, dit ook. Sorry. Okay, goed. Is julle reg daar? Any questions? How does it look so far? Okay, nou, sover het ek nog net gedoen met een term. Kom ons sit net gou, ek gaan so by hierdie enetjie 'n tweede term bysit. So kom ons sê hierso voeg by plus 3x tot die mag minus 1. Nee? So even though I now have two terms, I'm just going to get derivative of each term separately. Okay. So kyk gou vir my, doen jy gou vir my, probeer jy gou daai enetjie doen en dan skryf jy hom nou net hier langs aan in. Try on your own. Multiply exponent with coefficient. Is julle reg? Right. Wie wil sê? Minus 3x tot die mag minus 2. Nee, you guys get this? Okay, good. So I'm going to give you two. You quickly try it on your own. Kyk gou hier. Hy is gelyk aan 2x tot die mag 1/2. Now, even though that's a fraction, or a fraction, same rules apply, nee? Plus x tot die mag 3/2. Onthou om vooraan te skryf, you can't say y is equal, you've got to say derivative, nee? En hoe skryf ons nou weer dit? dy over dx. Kijk, doen gou daai tweetjies. Nee, nee, nee. Is julle klaar? Dyskalkulie, die onsigbare leerhindernis in wiskunde. Dyskalkulie is amper waarmee ons nou besig is. Dyskalkulus. What? Okay, right. Everyone done with example 3 at least? Okay, so if I take that half and I multiply it with a coefficient of 2, it gives us 1. No, so I don't have to write that 1, but you're more than welcome to. X to the power of, and then I had a half, subtract 1, so it will now become minus a half. Okay, then plus 3 over 2 must be multiplied with, what's in front here? A 1, so it will be 3 over 2 x to the power of 3 over 2 minus 1 will be a half. Right, is julle reg? Ja. Ja, like nie so nie. Like that. Beter. Okay. Goed, the red one. So minus 2/3 must be multiplied with minus 6. En hoeveel gee dit dan vir jou? Positive 4. Yeah, because it negative times a negative. So 4x to the power of minus 2/3 minus 1 geef my minus 5 op 3. Okay? And then a half times minus 2 will give me minus 1. But I don't have to write the 1. En a half minus 1 geef my minus a half. Okay, who got both right? Yes, julle is oulik. Okay, good. Now, let's change it up a bit. Okay? Sien. Okay, kan ek maar skiet? Okay, kyk gou-gou. when we get, luister ouens, as jy kry, y is gelyk aan a op x tot die mag n. Can you see that now it's not in the format that we had in the previous examples? Right? So that means that your first step will be to change that. Right? So I rather want it to be in the form of a to the power a times, en onthou, as ek hierdie boontoe vat, wat gaan gebeur? Daar's sy, net die exponent gaan verander, nee. So that's the same as a x to the power of minus n. Nee, en nou het ek mooi my coefficient, my x, and my exponent. Nee, right, so from there, we get derivative. So hier's nou net 'n extra stapie in. So kom ons kyk gou-gou. If I give you the following, as ek vir jou gee, y is gelyk aan 9 op x kwadraat. Nee? Then you would first go and say, okay, let's change that. It would be what? 9 x to the power of minus 2. Nee, en nou gaan kry ek afgeleide, so dy over dx would then be minus 2 times 9 gives me minus 18 x to the power of minus 3. Is julle reg met hom? Okay, nou gaan jy weer vir my gou-gou tweekies doen. Okay, right. That's a 3, né? I like jy baie mooi net, ek sal hom weer oordoen. Okay, doen gou hom vir my. Kan julle nie fokus nie? Okay, you guys done? Okay. Oep, nie daai nie. Kyk gou-gou hier. Right, so first things first, I'm going to say that is the same as x to the power of minus 2 plus 2x to the power of minus 3. So ek het hom net gou eers in sy regte formaat gaan kry. And then I say dy over dx, meaning now I'm doing derivative, is equal to that minus 2 multiplied with a 1 gives me minus 2x, en dan trek ek minus 1 daarbo af, so to the power of minus 3. Then over here, minus 3 must be multiplied with a 2, so minus 6x, en dan minus 1 daarbo, tot die mag, minus 4. Okay, so did you guys all get there? Okay, now, dis nie noodwendig so nie, nee? I'm saying you can leave it like that. But just in case they ask you to write it in fraction form again, nee? Ek wil net gou vir jou wys. Kom ons gaan skryf gou daai dan nou weer. The only thing that you've got to remember is because that exponent is negative, I'm going to take it to the bottom. Nee? En selfde storie hierso. Nee man? That's going down, yes. Okay, right, so, hy gaan dan wees, dy over dx will be equal to minus 2 over 3 minus 6 op x to die mag 4. Okay, you guys good with that? Jy's lekker by met hierdie, hoor. Right, any questions, people? Goed. Kan ek maar skip? Ja? Nee, hulle sal nie sommer vir jou, dit hang af. Hulle gaan nie noodwendig vir jou vra, skryf hom terug nie, nee? As hulle dit doen, 1 punt. Goed. Iemand wat nog hier skryf? Okay, there's your next example, and you don't have to write it back, you can leave it with negative exponents, né? Want kyk, hoe hulle vir jou kan vra, is los jou antwoord met positiewe eksponente. So when they say that, it means I've got to put it in the fraction form. Yeah.
Have you ever thought of like neuro being a problem in this class? And then we only interrupt the further, you know? To destroy a plant, you have to go to the root.
Die wortel van alle kwaad.
Exactly, man. You see the wortel is the root.
Julle klaar? Everyone finished? Okay, kyk gou daar. We first write it in this form, so that first one stays, and then minus 4x to the power of minus 3, and then minus 3x to the mag minus 4. Okay, then from there we get derivative, so jy moet hê 10x plus 12x to the mag minus 4 plus 12x to the mag minus 5. Okay, you guys good? Right, now, same thing, it's just what happens when they give me a square root. Nee, or a cube root. Nee, wat's gecancel laat, wag. Okay, now, onthou jy toe ons eksponente gedoen het, nee? If you want to write that in exponential form, what do we take? We take inside divided by outside. Nee, okay, met ander woorde, hierdie gaan wees x to die mag, and what's actually inside here is a 1, and what's on the outside? If there's nothing written there, then it's actually a 2. So jy gaan hê x to die mag 1 over 2, inside divided by outside. Sure. Okay, is julle reg daar? So, if I give you... Okay, nou kom ons kry gou sy derivative. So, dy over dx gaan dan wees wat? Okay, go fast. Sê. Okay, jy moet hê 'n half x tot die mag minus 'n half. Nee, you guys good with that? Okay, so kom ons doen gou enetjie op ons eie. Wat was daai nou? Right, kyk gou daar. Onthou, daai 2 is net my coëffisiënt, nee? The 2 is just the coefficient. Okay, so first go write it in the correct format, and then after that, get derivative.
That sounded like
Okay, nou die tweekies nog net 1 en dan is ons klaar met derivative, then we've got to do first principle.
wait a minute, the one away. If you write that over 1, what is it? It's still there.
Aggro. Okay, is julle klaar? Tweede en ook asseblief, ja. Okay, is everyone finished with the black one? Okay. Good. 2x to the half plus, and it would be 1 over, I'm going to delete that just now, x to the power of a half, but that I'm in any case going to write to the top, so it will become, yeah, so it will become x to the power of minus a half. Ja, weet je man? Nee, je kan wel. Je kan. Right, any questions about that? Allemaal reg daar. Okay, so now we get derivative. Kom. So dy over dx is equal to, and that times the 2 will give me 1, x to the power of minus a half, x to the power of minus 3 over 2. Ja, want it was minus a half, minus 1 will become minus 1.5. So, is julle reg? Okay, did everyone do the yellow one? Okay. Huh? Ek gaan met rooi en groen begin gebruik dan. Ek het. Kyk, hier het ek 'n nuwe blaadjie omgeslag, né? Okay, kyk gou. So, X fooi tog ek ken daai arme ouetjie. Ja, julle ook. Nee, julle ken hom nie. Hæ? Ja, man. Ek is hier besig met die geel sommetjie, né? So it would be x to the power of 3/4. Nee? Okay, so let's get derivative. Julle is almal derived. Okay, so dy over dx. So 3/4 x tot die mag hoeveel? Minus 1/4. Good. Okay. Just for the fun of it, write that in surd form. I can either say positive exponential form or surd form, same thing. Kom, net gou dat ek seker maak julle weet. Net die laaste sommetjie, né? Kom. Ek weet nie. Kyk. Kyk.
You can have a certain fraction.
If it helps at all, remember this, we usually put at the top, no?
Oh, so it is a fraction.
It is a fraction.
Okay.
That we usually put at the top and then get rid of this by putting it in surd. Oh, my father, ek moet eerder niks sê nie.
Ja, wil ek nou dames en heren, meneer Leroux kan wel in by die kantoor asseblief, meneer Leroux.
The 4 be a minus or a 1 be a minus? Would they be? No, they wouldn't actually, because it's a red. I got the answer now. Call me.
Jy reg?
Call me.
Is julle almal klaar? Okay, ek gaan gou eers die bo krap. So that's 3/4 x to the power of minus 1/4. I said that we can actually put up here, no? Okay, but nou wil ek daai positief hê, so ek gooi hom onder toe. Okay, so it will then look like this. X to the power of positive 1/4. Is julle reg? Okay, now I've got to write that in a surd form. So you will have 3/4 and then inside is 1. But I don't have to write the 1 there. And outside is 4. Yeah. Ja, jy kon dit ook gesê, ja. Nee, ekskuus, nee, jy kan nie. Want jy het dit dan tegnies van hier af gedoen, né? En as jy daai, dan waar het jou minus dan nou gegaan? Ja, maar sien, as jy hierdie voor het, né, wat ook al voor daai koëffisiënt staan, sit ons eintlik mos bo. Verstaan? So nee, jy gaan nie kan nie. Ja. Ek sê saam nie lelik wees mekaar hê. Ek kan nie vir guarantee dat hulle sal nie somme nie, but I mean the possibility is there, you must be able to do it. So ek kan nooit vir jou sê nee nie, want ek sien nie 'n vraestel voor die tyd nie. Ek weet nie wie dit opstel nie. I don't know. And sometimes they have weird stuff just for the activity for me. Okay. Right. Laaste enetjie. Ja?
Sorry, oh, that calculation.
No, you have got your what you learn.
Ja, maar wij gaan jullie nog in doen so lang dan.
Wat, calculus? Jy gaan dit nou hierdie hele week en volgende week doen die hele tyd. Ja, funksies was min. En onthou, ons het nie regtig weer deur al die parabool, al die eksponensie, vir alles, maar onthou, jy het graad 11 genoeg tyd daaraan spandeer. Maar wat ons kan doen, is sodra julle mos nou nie meer skool het nie, dan kan ons dan, as julle wil, teruggaan. Nee. Kyk gou daai netjie, do that one please. Okay, you guys done? Okay, no, you don't have to take it back. No. Okay, so if we just get it into the correct form, it would be y is equal to x to the power of minus 1 plus x to the power of 2 over 3. Nee? So net eers gaan skryf in die regte formaat. Dan kry ek gou die afgeleide, so dy over dx will be minus 1x, or just minus x, to the power of minus 2, plus 2/3 x to die mag, minus 1/3. Okay. Goed, so, people, now you guys are all comfortable with doing the short method. So wat ons nou moet begin doen, dit is die korte, ja. So now we're going to do the following. How to differentiate from first principles, nee? Hoe om te differentieer vanuit eerste beginsels of grondbeginsels. Yeah. People, if you see that word, first principle, as jy sien, Afrikaanse mense, grondbeginsel, nee, of eerste beginsel, then you know you must use this long method to differentiate. Hulle sê vir jou vanuit eerste beginsels, of vanuit grondbeginsels. Kom ek skryf sommer vir jou, hoe die vraag sou gelyk het, sê maar, nou gaan ek dit weer in Afrikaans doen. Nee. Dat hang, vind uit grondbeginsel die afgeleide van. Okay, so that's more or less how they would ask it. They would say, differentiate using first principles, or derive by using first principle. Nee? Hulle sodra, dis kom ek sê, jy gaan kyk vir daai woordjie grondbeginsel, eerste beginsel, first principle, then you know I must use this long method. Okay. Now, there is soos 'n algemene formule, nee, wat jy moet gebruik vir dit.
Find out of the beginning. Find
Nee,
out
wag
the
gou.
beginning. Beginning.
The purple. You can just say differentiate using first principles. Okay, nou wil ek gou net sê nê dat jy want later gaan ek dit so moet gebruik. So I'm going to repeat it every time sodat dit teen daai tyd ingedrul is, nê? Derivative, nê? Dit wat ons nou gedoen het, daai afgeleide. Hierso, kyk daar. And derivative, differentiate, nê? So dit het ons mos gesê kan hulle so ook skryf. Nê? Okay. Now, when we get derivative of an equation, that will be equal to the gradient. Hoor julle? So, the first derivative is eventually, we're going to work towards that, going to give us the gradient of the graph. Okay? Good.